Hello and good day. I'm Dr. Paul and this is my beautiful wife Lynn. And today we're going to discuss the cold relief, which I happen to have right here. You can see the GANS in the bottom and the water on top is what we use.
And what's the GANS on the bottom?
The GANS on the bottom is a combination, and it's copper oxide, CO2, CH3, B9 Korean salt, and amino acid, and hemoglobin. The amino acids were collected off of the top of the copper oxide and the CO2 and the CH3. So it's a combination of several different GANSs that make up a plasmatic field that has been a real help for me. As you know, I have several health problems, and as a result, I'm on immune suppressants. Immune suppressants keep the kidney transplant keep my body from rejecting the kidney transplant. As a result of that, the immune suppressants leave me wide open to exposure from viruses, bacterial infections. Anytime it gets cold in the winter, the viruses are lurking around, and I'm super susceptible to those. So anytime I feel a virus infection or a cough coming on, I take this cold relief, and I get relief within about 5 minutes from cough and irritated throat. And after about 1 or 2 days of drinking the water 3 or 4 times a day, it's gone. My cold is completely gone. And I used to have real bad problems with this before I got this GANS medication, or this GANS water combination, and it's made a real difference for me, especially in the wintertime. Now, one of the key ingredients in this preparation is the Korean B9 salt. It contains more than 70 natural minerals and salts. And the way they're combined, they create a very strong plasmatic field that's been shown in Korean studies by Korean pharmacologists. And here's just a half of the list of all of the studies that have been done on this Korean salt in Korea. And they have found that it is effective against Lyme disease and even some cancers. So it's a real unique preparation. The way they make it, they pack it in bamboo shafts and bake it 9 times. The bamboo bakes off, they take the salt, pack it again in bamboo, bake it again until the bamboo burns off, and they do that 9 times. I don't know exactly what's involved in all of that process, but I do know that it's a very good addition to many of the products that we make and sell, and we use it in a lot of our preparations.
And that's a GANS of the B9 salt, right?
Yes, we made it into a GANS and then took the water off the top of the GANS and mixed it in to this preparation.
Now there's different ways that you can utilize the cold relief, and I'm going to show you a few things. When you order cold relief from us, you're going to get it in the warm weather. We're going to send a glass vial like this. In the cold weather, these little glass vials break because sometimes our temperatures up north here can get as low as 22 below. And of course, you know how happy we are when that happens. So then what we do in the wintertime is we send everything in the BPA-free plastic vials. I have frozen these. They're frozen solid. I threw them on the floor to see if they break. They don't break. And with our vials, you never open the vials. You just simply put them inside a jar, or you attach it to the outside of a jar. And if it's this size, you can do the same thing with it. Now this particular one has some electrical tape to hold the lid on. Since we've said don't open these, we're facilitating that, don't open these. So if you put these inside, it's likely that this tape may at some point start unraveling. So you have that. If you're ordering from outside of the country, you're going to receive it in a pair of patches like this. And you simply put them on the outside of a clear glass or clear plastic jar. And you can go much bigger than this, or you can go much smaller, whatever works in your environment. And you simply put these on with tape, with a rubber band, or with, you can even tie them on. And so that's the way we send them. Now, some of the things you can do if you're fighting a cold, besides what Paula said he does with drinking it, is you can just have this here and spray it too. And this is especially effective if you have a scratchy throat and you just keep working at it and working at it, because you want to change the environment of that scratchiness and get rid of it. Then let's say you might, if your cold progressed to a point that you have a sore throat, then if you have treated scarves, bandanas or scarves, whatever you like, you can just simply take this like the old-time cowboys or bandits did, and just put it around your neck and wear it that way for a little additional support. If you have a stuffy head from the cold, you can also spray this on your head, okay? And you'll see in this cold relief spray bottle, I have a vial inside the bottle. I just put it in there, and then I add my water as I need to. But you could even put this on your head if you needed to, if you have the kind of head cold that makes your head feel like it's about the size of a watermelon. Now there's something else to address about colds, and that is when you travel. And a lot of you end up getting to your destination and maybe you're not in the best of health when you get there. Or you get home after a trip and then you get a cold, or what I call the dread mahocus. And here's an idea when you travel. If you want to spray your plasma energy station water or your cold relief water on something like this or any other type of mask, this is a paint mask, and all I've done with these is just spray them and soaked them and then just hung them up to dry. And gosh, you can just whip it out when the airline steward or stewardess says, now this will drop down.
So you're talking about airplane travel.
I'm talking about airplane travel. You guys, I see so many people who come back from what was going to be their fabulous fun trip with family or some interesting place to go, and maybe they did have a great time, but then they get home and they're sick for a week or two. Well, that's no fun. So with this, if you have a plasma energy station and you get a cold relief vial, many of you will ask me, well, can I add that to my station? Yes, you can. You can add it to the 16 vials of the plasma energy station. But here's what I would do first. First, I would make your mother source of your cold relief. Why would I do that? Well, maybe you're going to share it with family or friends. This is a real good business model, isn't it? We send you something that you buy one time and then you can share it with as many people as you like. So anyway, once you have your source, then you can make another vial, and you can make a vial to put in your spray bottle. You can make a vial to put in your main, on your plasma energy station. You can have the vial that's on here that you originally got. And Paul, I'm talking about putting this here and then taking all these other vials, or maybe you want to make patches for your friends. Which is going to be the strongest vial?
They're all going to be of equal strength.
Okay, so nothing diminishes as you keep making more patches or more vials.
That has been our experience, that we have not lost any potency by duplicating and duplicating.
So that's basically what we have for you on cold relief, and this is just a good idea of something to have on hand for the season where you're traveling, or the season where you're going to experience more cold virus activity. And I did have one of your associates one time who did research, one of your veterinary associates, Dr. Verne, who said that viruses love the cold and they thrive in the cold. So sometimes that's why you see that seasonal change when, gosh, you know, everybody's okay all summer and then winter comes and everybody's fighting a cold. So just keep that in mind, that this can be part of your ongoing maintenance, but it's also a way of dealing with a cold once you get it. And there's another thing you could do if you had a bad cold that got out of hand before you got it under control. You can take towels. And I used to do this when the kids were little, and I'd make hot and cold towels. And I'd put one towel in the freezer, and then we'd heat up some towels, and we'd alternate them on their chest. And so they'd get the hot towel until it cooled down, and then we'd come after it with the cold towel. And that was basically an effective way also of combating the viruses.
Well, the cold towel brings out the viruses. And then when you put the hot towel on the exposed viruses, it kills the viruses. So you've got a hot-cold situation going on that the viruses really don't like. And after a couple of days of that, they usually leave.
So this is what we have for you to have in your plasma energy pantry of remedies and support for your body, and this is for the cold relief. So thank you very much for watching. You'll want to be sure and look at our website, plasmaenergysolution.com. And if you go to the to the shop page, on the home page, there's just some titles at the top of the page. Pick shop and then pick products. And as you scroll down through the products, you're going to see that we're adding videos on all the products that we have. So there's getting to be more and more videos, and we're going to do this till we fill up the product page.
That's right. So there are going to be more and more videos coming with more and more information as time goes by. So if you feel that you've gotten any value from this, give us a big thumbs up and share this information with your friends and relatives. And be sure and look at Plasma Energy Solution, our website, and we will leave a link down below in the discussion of this video for our website, so you can click on that link and go right there. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.